Hello everyone, my name is Lauren Juarez and I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be sharing the lessons that I learned in 2022 and the goals that I am setting for myself and the dreams that I have for 2023. But first, let's do a little recap on the last year. For starters, I was married. In February, my cat died. I got separated in May and divorced in August. I took freelancing full-time in June, which was such a big accomplishment for me and my career. My accounts finally started growing, which is a huge answer to prayer, and I have found the most beautiful community online. I want to acknowledge that if any of you guys have gone through a divorce or a heartbreak in this last year, it can be really hard to go back and look at your old resolutions from the year prior. Typically, you have a resolution or two that you've made with your significant other, and it can be hard to review those and see that they did not come to fruition and that you've had to let that relationship go. It feels like a failure because you didn't meet the resolution, but you also don't have a relationship anymore. So it's like a double whammy, which just really sucks. It is not a fail. You are not a fail in any way. It can just be hard to look back at that and reflect on it. But it's also good to remember that we have much to look forward to and we can make new resolutions this year. And maybe your goal this year is to just not make any resolutions with people regarding relationships in your life, and you can just focus on your goals and your dreams and not including other people in that. Without further ado, let's get into the lessons that I learned in 2022. I've really learned how tangible God is. He answered very specific prayers. He gave me foresight for the future. He brought people in my life. He brought people out of my life. I am just so grateful for being able to kind of call him more of my friend. Feels more like a relationship this year. I learned the importance of family. When I got divorced, I really needed to lean on the people in my life that have been here the longest, and they just swooped in and took care of me. I seriously couldn't have done this without them. I learned what it really means to be your own best friend. I had heard of this term a lot. I honestly thought it was kind of stupid, but now I'm in the mirror, stop talking to yourself like that. I speak to myself out loud in my apartment like I'm talking to somebody else. This is so huge for me. I used to feel really uncomfortable speaking to myself and kind of weird, but now I'm I don't care. I don't have anybody else here with me. It's just Bilbo, and I talk to Bilbo sometimes, but if I'm having big feelings especially, I will stop and be okay, whoa, what do you need? What is it that you need? What will help you in this moment? Sometimes I journal it out and I actually find the answer for myself, and it's so empowering to be able to be I'm my own best friend. If nobody wants to go do something with me, I will just go do it by myself, and that is so empowering. I learned how to have fun on my own this year. When I first started trying to do things on my own, I felt a little scared at Chihuahua. I literally could not do things by myself, and now I'm out there laughing by myself. We are dancing, we are singing all by ourselves, and it is so cool. I took 2 solo trips last year, and those were very, very helpful for me. One of which was going to see my family back in California, but then the other one was a solo road trip to a place that I didn't know anybody at. If you're interested in checking out how that trip went, then I will link the video up here. I learned how to keep going when I don't want to. This is applicable for a lot of different reasons. There was lots of moments where I felt I cannot even do tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to move forward with my life tomorrow. Very dramatic, I know, but that's how I felt in the moment. I've struggled a lot with eating recently. This is something I'm still in recovery for, and I have to pick myself up by my bootstraps every single day and just keep going, even though I don't really want to. I do lean on the support of my family and my therapist for that, and also my amazing friends, but at the same time, it is just me here by myself. So living alone is hard because you don't really have an accountability partner here. You just have to be your own cheerleader, which is hard, but definitely great that I've learned some strategies on how to keep myself going even when I don't want to. Something I really learned is that both grief and understanding, joy and devastation can exist in the same feeling and in the same time. It's been validating for me to understand that when I feel moments of joy and I'm still grieving a situation or a person or a life that I used to have, that's okay. Like, I sometimes feel guilty. I'm like, dang, I shouldn't be like joyful right now. Like, I'm going through a very tough season in my life, but it's like, also, you can still feel joy and have joyful moments even if you're struggling to go through any situation in your life. And the last one is, yes, I can. I am capable of doing things all on my own. I can do these hard things by myself. I don't need another person there to help me get things done in my life or help me to do difficult things or just daily life. I can do it all by myself. Such a major breakthrough for me. Now let's move into some goals that I have set for 2023. This year, I'm not setting any hard and fast rules for myself. These are just things for me to kind of keep in the back of my mind to work toward, and if they don't happen, they don't happen. I would say the biggest resolution for myself this year is to just keep moving forward. Let's first talk about the personal goals that I have for myself. I want to dive into my Hispanic heritage because I got my last name back. We are a Juarez again, and I'm going to be doing things like taking salsa classes, learning Spanish, as well as learning to cook some traditional Mexican meals that will make my body feel really, really good. I want to keep a daily journal. If I don't hit this goal of every single day, at least once a week would be so great. I'll be able to document my thoughts in real time and then share what I'm going through with you. A big goal for me this year is to go through all the photos that I have with my ex-husband in my Google Photos and put them on a hard drive and put the hard drive somewhere far into storage where I won't need to look at it. But Google Photos loves to remind you of the past, kind of like Facebook, and I'm finding that that's been very burdensome on my mental health. So I would like to finally go through all those photos. But there are 7 years of photos and videos, so I'm going to need to allot like a time every single week to go through that. I want to let Jesus pioneer my relationships, whether that's friendships or romantic relationships or like reconnecting with maybe more family members, whatever it is. I want Jesus to be somebody that I check in with and just make sure that that's a relationship that I should be moving forward with. I feel like that can save me a lot of hurt, save me a lot of time. You know the drill. This year I want to travel out of the country. That would be so cool. I don't really know where I'm gonna go. I don't even know if I'm gonna go like solo or with people, but I do really want to make that a goal for myself. This year I would like to recover fully and be delivered fully from a pattern of disordered eating. I really would like to be fully recovered and fully healed from that so that I can enjoy food. Because guess what? It's literally a blessing. God created so many different ingredients and spices and fruits and veggies and things that are so good and nourishing for our body. I feel like I've really busted that relationship with food, and so I would like to invite Jesus into that healing process. I'm going to work on healing from the trauma that I experienced using EMDR therapy. My therapist just got certified and trained in that. I am going to be working with her on that, which I'm smiling because I'm excited to see how that transforms my brain patterns and neural pathways. And I would really love to dive back into sustainability. I really kind of let this go after I got divorced because my only thoughts were about surviving. I wasn't super focused on keeping the planet alive because I was trying to keep myself alive. So now that I'm kind of in a better space mentally, I feel like I can start to dive back into that and it can be really fun for me. Now let's talk about the career goals that I have. I want to be on top of my bookkeeping this year, just keeping track of things for my business like expenses and my income, and just make it really easy for tax season. This is one I'm really excited about. I want to expand my business to different platforms of media and create resources to help this community even more. I want to establish a very healthy work-life balance. I need to be a little bit more specific on this goal to actually make it happen. I want to start investing and set up a Roth IRA. Just want to really start to secure my future and learn about investing and kind of become empowered with that as well. I would love to turn creating for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, all of the social media media platforms that I'm on to become my main source of income instead of doing so much work outside of this for other brands, for things like ads and for organic posting for them. And my last one is that I'd love to work with one dream client. I feel like I definitely have gotten to work with some of my most favorite brands. I'm more creating content for them, which is still super exciting, but I would love to be able to show you the brands that I love and make income from that so I can continue sharing with you guys organically. So that is a huge goal and huge dream of mine. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.